Hi guys, peace, light, and love. Happy Monday. While I shuffle my cards and before I pull one, actually, I had a beautiful, young, like-minded soul reach out to me and ask me questions pertaining to Dark Night of the Soul. And I am so ecstatic and so excited to finally do a video on this. I've done one before in the past, but because I was in rush mode, it was genuine. However, it wasn't coming from a place of relaxation and what's the word I'm looking for? I was just rushing it. It wasn't time. It wasn't time for me to make a video about it. Now it is. So, what is Dark Night of the Soul? You can Google it, you can YouTube it. It's a enlightment experience. It is a spiritual, it's part of a spiritual journey. It is honestly cocooning yourself. That's the best way that I can put it, because that's what it felt like to me. And all the research that I did, the videos that I listened to, I'm going to break it down in a similar way. However, I'm going to give my experience through Dark Night of the Soul. Dark Night of the Soul for me lasted for almost 3 years. And I didn't realize that I was in Dark Night of the Soul until a year and a half into it. I became very sensitive to energies around me, really overanalyzing a lot of things that were happening to me in my life, reflecting back on the past experiences, my hurt. And I was a place in my life where even though, financially I was secure, I came so far from where I was before, but there was something still inside of me that just was so very sad. And I couldn't understand what was bringing the sadness. And I felt so alone. So I started YouTubing, listening to Alan Watts and a lot of different people. And I came across the meaning of Dark Night of the Soul. And what it is I'm gonna put these down for a second. What it is going within. It's honestly peeling back the layers of yourself and understanding what hurts you, what your triggers are, why you're triggered. And in this process, you feel, let me go back to saying how you're cocooning. You are in a transformation stage of your life. And in this phase, you literally cocoon yourself. You feel like you are so alone and that you can't connect with anybody because of the thoughts in your head, the ways that you feel. Everybody goes through this phase in life, and they'll be on this journey. If they're not there now, they will be at some point in time, but everybody's different. So it's difficult to find somebody or like minds that are going to understand that part of the process that you're in. It does feel very lonely. It does feel very sad. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel. To be and to understand that you are in Dark Night of the Soul is a blessing within itself. It doesn't feel like it when you're going through that process because you're so hurt and you don't understand why you're hurting. You just know that you're hurt and you seek validation. You seek to fill these voids that you can't fill. Nobody can fill them for you. No amount of likes, no amount of love that is given to you is able to fill this void, because the void comes from within. It's from trauma and from wounds that you have collected over a period of time, even before you were brought into this world in the body that you are in now. You are, just like the Bible says, you are born into sin. You are carrying karmatic circles and experiences of lives from before this life. So when you enter into the dark night of the soul, 9 times out of 10, you're not aware of what you're going through. You just know that you're sad, and people get diagnosed with depression and PTSD and all these other medical terms, and they throw medications at you to balance the chemical effects out, and I'm not against that. I think medication, if used properly, is a good starter to help you balance yourself out. However, I don't want to say in all cases, but I think in a lot of cases, once people identify with themselves, not with what's shown on social media, and not with what's shown in society, on the news and magazines, once you clear yourself away from all of that and you identify with yourself, with what is in here, you are able to start balancing yourself out little by little. And that's what Dark Night of the Soul is. It is diving deep within yourself and realizing the traumas that life has presented you. And in this process, you have a choice. And the choice is to allow this lesson to be just that, a lesson. All the experiences that you have gone through, they are all lessons which have led you to be in the dark night of the soul right now, or whenever you're going to go through it, or if you've already been through it and didn't even realize that you were going through it. You have a choice to allow that lesson to be a lesson and to catapult you to moving forward with the wisdom that you learned from these experiences in life, or you can choose to allow this to stay a wound inside of you and continue to operate throughout life with these open wounds. The wounds are what brought you into Dark Night of the Soul. And Dark Night of the Soul is where you can experience why these wounds are there. And then you make a choice to start healing these wounds, which in turn lead you out of Dark Night of the Soul. So you go into your cocoon, you peel the layers back of yourself, you identify with your true being, with your most authentic self, without any masks, without any show. I found that it was much easier for me when I stayed away from social media, when I took everything that allowed me to compare my life or myself to anything else. When I separated myself from all of that, was when I was truly able to identify with who Benina was and who Benina is. Once you're able to identify with that, that's the beginning of you coming out of your cocoon, and you're transformed into this beautiful butterfly, literally, and you have a new understanding of yourself. And within that understanding, you look at life in a completely different way. It's literally, the shield has been lifted off your eyes, and you see past so many things. You see past all the phoniness. You see past all of the facade. You see past all the masks. You see past all the likes, all the dislikes, all the gossip, all the chit chat, you see past it all, and you have a desire, a want, a hunger inside of you for substance, for meaning, for something that is going to feed your soul, and just not the exterior part of your body, but something that you divinely feel inside. It's not an easy process by any means, but it is a necessary process. It is a beautiful process when you learn to embrace it. Embrace the hurt. Embrace the wounds. Really dig deep inside of yourself. And that is not an easy thing to do. It is so much easier for us to give ourselves excuses and reasons why we do or react in the ways that we do. But at some point in time in life, whether it be yesterday, today, a year from now, these excuses are going to have to stop. If you want to elevate yourself, if you want to become your higher self, if you want to start vibrating and bring happiness towards you instead of searching for happiness, instead of trying to fill those voids, you don't have to try to fill them. They're automatically going to be filled because of the vibration, the frequency that you are allowing yourself to rise to is automatically going to generate all the things that you want, the happiness, the positivity, everything that you want is going to be drawn to you because of the frequency that you're on. These things are very real, you guys. They are very, very real. Energy is never destroyed. It is always transferred. That's why we come into this life with past lives, because we are energy. Human beings, we are energy. We are never destroyed. We are going to, this is a vessel. Once this vessel dies, my energy is going to come back as something different. And it is my purpose on this earth right now to elevate myself. Obviously, this is something I haven't done in my past, because if I did, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So when I leave this planet this time, I am sure I am transcending. I'm not just going to come back and live the same life I'm living now. I'm not going to be searching for happiness or going through dark night of the soul, because this is something I've already experienced in this lifetime, and I'm elevating and transcending myself now. Anyway, I got off topic. Back to dark night of the soul. This beautiful young mind that has reached out, 20 years old, is beautiful to see at such a young age. If I had known what she knows now at 20 years old, I could only imagine where my life would be right now. Even at the age of 34 right now, I'm blessed to really understand how life really is happening, how energy, how frequencies operate. Our parents, a lot of our parents, they don't understand these things because it's been hidden from us. So growing up, these aren't things that were taught to us. They don't teach you these things in school, because once everybody starts elevating and they start vibrating on the same frequency, this world would be such a beautiful place, such a different place. It already, the world is already beautiful. It's the people in this world that have created it to be such a negative thing. And this is why everything has been hidden from us for all these years. But people are starting to tap in now. That's why all this stuff is on the internet. And you can't hide everything. It's bound to come out some way or another. The internet only helps you identify with what's going on. It doesn't make you feel what you know to be true in your heart. We've grown up we have been conditioned to believe certain things, and it's allowed us to be ignorant to ourselves, because we are conditioned to believe that if we feel certain ways that we're wrong or there's something wrong with us. And that's not the case at all. But Dark Night of the Soul, not an easy journey, but just understand that it is a journey, and it's up to you how long you want to stay in Dark Night of the Soul. Once you identify and you're aware that you're in Dark Night of the Soul, it's your choice. You can stay in Dark Night of the Soul for months, years. It all depends on how you choose to handle yourself. Do you want to elevate yourself, or do you want to stay operating at the same frequency that you are? Because if you want to elevate yourself, you have to let go of everything that's holding you back. All the pain, all the hurt, all the sad memories. You have to let it go. That doesn't mean you can't remember them. It just means that you understand that all of those experiences have brought you to this place now. And now that you're aware of it, you have a choice to hold on to it and allow it to keep you weighed down, or to set it free and allow yourself to be weightless. Because what happens when you're weightless? You rise, you're elevated, you start vibrating. And those vibrations, those frequencies connect to the universe. The universe does not know right or wrong. It only knows the frequency. So if you are operating on a low frequency, the universe is going to continue to give you exactly what you're operating on, that frequency. But when you elevate yourself to a higher frequency, the universe has no choice but to meet you at that frequency, because that's where you're at. I've reached out to a lot of people during this process of Dark Night of the Soul. I was in Dark Night of the Soul for almost 3 years. Like I said, the first year and a half, I wasn't quite aware of what I was going through until I got on the internet and figured it out. But after I figured it out and became aware of it, I stayed in it probably for about another year and really did some inner work. I'm still doing inner work, guys. We're always going to do inner work, because we're always changing. As conscious beings, we're also human, and it's okay to feel. It's okay to react. It's how you react. And you're not always going to react in the best ways. However, when you don't react in a positive way, allow yourself to become aware of that. Understand why you reacted that way. It's always easy for us to blame it on the other person or the other situation that made us react in those ways. However, how you react is on you. How you respond is on you. You can rise above it, or you can stay right where that frequency is. And sometimes we meet that frequency, and then the next day we realize that was a low frequency. Let me recollect myself, rise above it, and continue down this path and continue to rise, so that I collectively can pull the things that I desire the most: happiness, security, gratitude, abundance, self-love, positivity, all these beautiful things in life we don't have to search for. We are a magnet. We will pull them towards us. So anybody that's going through dark night of the soul, understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You are blessed. You are blessed to be in dark night of the soul, because that only means that you are in a transformational stage in your life. This is a pivotal moment in your life. It is a beautiful process in your life, and learn to embrace it. Look it up, learn about it, enjoy your time in your cocoon, because when you come out, you are a brand new person, elevated. Peace, light, and love, you guys. I hope this helped out in some way. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube channel as well. Like, subscribe, whatever, I don't care. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Later, guys.